Have you ever felt a stirring within your soul? A quiet whisper asking, "What is my purpose?" You are not alone. This question has echoed through the hearts of men since the beginning of time. We are created by a loving God, each one uniquely designed for a purpose. He has a plan for your life, a divine purpose waiting to be unlocked. This journey of discovery is one of faith, self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace the fullness of who you were created to be. It's a journey that takes courage. You will face your doubts and fears, but remember, even the most challenging path can lead to incredible rewards. Your divine purpose is not some distant dream, but a vibrant reality waiting to be embraced. It's time to embark on this journey of faith and discover the incredible plan God has for your life. Meet David, a man much like you and me. He is hardworking and dedicated, yet a shadow of doubt follows him. What am I meant to do? He wonders, feeling lost in the wilderness of his own life. He feels like a ship without a sail, tossed about by the waves of uncertainty. David's story is not unique. Many men find themselves at a crossroads, unsure of their direction. The weight of expectations, both internal and external, can feel overwhelming. We may question our abilities, our passions, and even our faith. This sense of being lost is a common human experience. But it's in these moments of uncertainty that we have a choice. We can either succumb to our doubts, or we can choose to seek a higher purpose. Deep within David, a seed of faith began to sprout. It was a small, almost imperceptible change, but it was there, growing quietly in the depths of his soul. This seed was planted long ago, nurtured by the stories and teachings he had absorbed throughout his life. It was a seed that had lain dormant, waiting for the right moment to awaken and take root. He remembered the words he had heard since he was a child, words spoken by his parents, his teachers, and the elders of his community. These words were like water and sunlight to the seed within him, providing the nourishment it needed to grow. They were words of wisdom, of hope, and of promise. "For I know the plans I have for you," declares the Lord, "plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. This verse in particular had always stood out to David. It was a promise that had been made to him, a promise that he clung to in times of doubt and uncertainty. These words, once distant echoes, now resonated with a newfound power. They were no longer just words on a page or sounds in the air. They were a living, breathing force within him. They filled him with a sense of purpose and direction, guiding him through the darkness and confusion that had clouded his mind. They offered a glimmer of hope in the midst of his confusion. This hope was like a beacon, shining brightly in the distance, calling him forward. It was a hope that gave him the strength to keep going, even when the path ahead seemed uncertain and treacherous. This flicker of faith sparked a desire in David's heart, a desire to seek out the truth, to understand the deeper meaning of his existence. It was a desire that drove him to his knees, to seek guidance and wisdom from a higher power. He began to pray, pouring out his anxieties and uncertainties to God. His prayers were raw and honest, a reflection of the turmoil within him. He prayed for clarity, for strength, and for the courage to face whatever challenges lay ahead. He asked for guidance, for a sign, for anything to illuminate the path ahead. He sought reassurance that he was not alone, that there was a purpose to his struggles. His prayers were a lifeline, connecting him to a source of strength and comfort that was beyond his understanding. Prayer became his anchor, grounding him in the midst of life's storms. It was a source of solace and peace, a refuge from the chaos and uncertainty that surrounded him. Through prayer, he found a sense of stability and assurance that he had never known before. Faith, you see, is not about having all the answers. It's about embracing the unknown, trusting that there is a greater plan at work. It's about finding peace in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that you are being guided and protected. It's about trusting in God even when we don't understand. It's about surrendering our fears and doubts and placing our trust in a higher power. It's about believing that we are never alone, that we are always being watched over and cared for. It's about believing that He has a plan, even when we can't see it. It's about walking forward with confidence, knowing that we are being led towards a future filled with hope and promise. This is the essence of faith, the seed that grows within us, guiding us through the darkest of times and leading us towards the light. Finding your North Star. Through prayer and quiet reflection, David started to see himself more clearly. He began to remember the things that once ignited his soul, the dreams he had set aside, the talents he had ignored. He realized that his passions were not random, but clues pointing towards his divine purpose. He had always been drawn to helping others, a natural caregiver with a compassionate heart. He found joy in building things, his hands working with skill and precision. As he embraced these passions, a sense of purpose began to emerge from the fog of uncertainty. Each of us has been gifted with unique talents and passions. They are not by accident, but by divine design. Don't underestimate the power of self-reflection. Take the time to identify what truly makes your heart sing. Brothers in arms. On his journey, David discovered he wasn't alone. He found strength and encouragement in a community of faith. Surrounding himself with men who shared his values, he found a brotherhood that lifted him up and held him accountable. They prayed together, shared their struggles, and celebrated their victories. They offered advice, guidance, and a listening ear. In their unity, they found strength and purpose. The journey to discovering your purpose is not meant to be traveled alone. Surround yourself with men who will inspire you, challenge you, and walk alongside you on this path. Iron sharpens iron, and we are made stronger together. Charting your course. David's journey wasn't about finding a specific job title or achieving worldly success. It was a deeper quest, one that transcended the materialistic goals often set by society. David sought to understand his true calling, a purpose that resonated with his soul and aligned with a higher plan. It was about aligning his life with God's plan, using his God-given talents to serve others and make a difference in the world. David realized that his skills and passions were not just for personal gain, but were meant to be shared, to uplift those around him, and to contribute positively to his community. He realized that his purpose wasn't a destination, but a journey of growth, service, and faith. Each step he took, each challenge he faced, was a part of this ongoing journey. It was about the experiences he gathered, the lessons he learned, and the people he touched along the way. Here are some practical steps you can take to embark on your own journey of discovery. These steps are designed to help you navigate your path with intention and clarity, ensuring that you remain aligned with your true purpose. Prayer and reflection. Dedicate time each day to connect with God through prayer and quiet reflection. This practice will help you center your thoughts, find peace amidst chaos, and gain insights into your life's direction. Ask for guidance, clarity, and the strength to follow His path. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, turning to prayer can provide the reassurance and direction you need to stay on course. Identify your passions. Reflect on what truly excites and energizes you. Consider the activities that make you lose track of time, the tasks that you approach with enthusiasm and joy. What are your natural talents and interests? These are often indicators of your true calling, the areas where you can make the most impact. What breaks your heart and ignites a fire within you to make a difference? Sometimes, our greatest passions are born from our deepest pains. Identifying these can guide you towards a purpose that is both fulfilling and impactful. Seek mentorship and community. Surround yourself with men of faith who will support you, encourage you, and hold you accountable. Being part of a community provides a sense of belonging and shared purpose. Find a mentor who can offer guidance and share their wisdom from their own journey. A mentor can provide valuable insights, help you avoid common pitfalls, and inspire you to reach your full potential. Take action. Don't be afraid to step out in faith and pursue your passions. Taking the first step, no matter how small, is crucial in moving towards your goals. Start small, volunteer your time, and be open to new opportunities. Each action, no matter how minor it may seem, brings you closer to your purpose. Trust the journey. Remember that discovering your purpose is not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and times of confusion. Embrace the detours, learn from your mistakes, and trust that God is working all things together for your good. Every experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to your growth and understanding of your purpose. The fulfillment of purpose. As David embraced his purpose, he discovered a sense of fulfillment he had never known before. It was as if a light had been switched on inside him, illuminating a path that had always been there but was previously hidden in the shadows. This newfound clarity brought with it a profound sense of peace and contentment. David realized that his purpose was not just about achieving personal goals or gaining recognition, but about making a meaningful impact on the lives of others. He found joy in using his gifts to serve others, knowing that he was living in alignment with God's plan for his life. Each act of kindness, each moment of service, reinforced his sense of purpose and brought him closer to the divine. David's days were now filled with a sense of mission, and his heart overflowed with gratitude for the opportunity to make a difference. He understood that his talents were not just for his own benefit, but were meant to be shared with the world. The once lost and uncertain man had found his way, guided by faith, driven by passion, and strengthened by the love and support of his brothers. His journey was not a solitary one. It was enriched by the relationships he built and the community that rallied around him. These connections provided him with the encouragement and strength he needed to stay true to his path. David's faith was the anchor that kept him grounded, and his passion was the fuel that propelled him forward. He discovered that true fulfillment comes not from chasing after our own desires, but from surrendering to a purpose far greater than ourselves. This surrender was not a sign of weakness, but of strength and wisdom. It was an acknowledgement that there is a higher plan at work, one that is far more beautiful and intricate than anything we could design for ourselves. David's surrender brought him a sense of liberation and joy that he had never experienced before. My brothers, your divine purpose is waiting to be unlocked. It is a treasure that lies within you, waiting to be discovered and embraced. Each of you has a unique role to play in this grand tapestry of life, and your contributions are invaluable. The journey to uncover your purpose may be challenging, but it is also incredibly rewarding. It requires introspection, courage, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. It's a journey that requires courage, faith, and a willingness to embrace the fullness of who God created you to be. You must be willing to face your fears, overcome obstacles, and trust in the divine plan. Along the way, you will grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You will discover strengths you never knew you had and develop a deeper understanding of your true self. This journey is not just about reaching a destination, but about the transformation that occurs along the way. Step out in faith and begin the incredible adventure of discovering your true divine purpose. Take that first step with confidence, knowing that you are supported by a higher power. Embrace the unknown with an open heart and a willing spirit. Each step you take will bring you closer to the fulfillment you seek. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination, and every experience along the way is a valuable part of your growth. The world is waiting for the unique gifts you have to offer. Your talents, your passions, and your experiences are all part of what makes you uniquely you. By sharing these gifts, you not only fulfill your own purpose, but also inspire and uplift those around you. So step forward with confidence and let your light shine brightly. The impact you make will be far-reaching and profound, touching lives in ways you may never fully realize. If this resonates with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Seeking support and accountability? Join the Brotherhood. I'll see you on the inside.